Okay, everybody. Here's part 2, and guess what? It's only within minutes. Only because my husband, the smart butt, decided after I ended the last one that, well, he figured it out what these two pieces are for. One goes here, and one goes here. And they line up with these in such the way that this line goes over your light area. So that's how it goes together, people. You don't see the light there any longer because I made a faux pas. The one I added into there is the bright light, the cool light. This here is the warm light, the softer light. And you can tell because this one is yellow and this one is orange. Right? Had I had them both side by side, I could have not made such a bad mistake and, pretty much blinded everybody. So I'm going to put this in here. I do have an extension for a USB. And look at that. That one's sitting in there nicely like that. How precious. But what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to have my assistant unplug my heat mat because it's not in use. And I am going to have him instead in that spot, since it's the closest, have him plug this in for me. Oops. Maybe not drop it, that would be good. Okay, so I have to move it over. It's still not all that long there. Get these pieces up here because I don't want to blind anybody. So I'll quickly get this together. Okay, so blue, blue, not blue, and then blue, and not blue. Took it together. Hopefully this will not blind you all. And I will try it at different heights of zoom. So I'm going to turn it on now. Everybody close your eyes for 2 seconds. It's always a flash no matter the color. Oh, that's a lot better. And especially zoomed out, but up closer. And then out. That's a lot better. Alright, so I'm going to get back to my normal here. And I'm going to pull this all down towards me now. And back into frame better. And that is awesome looking. So imagine that with the sides together and the top on it. Alright, I'm going to turn that off, remove the light itself for right now, because except for these two pieces here, I will, after I get them all glued, these 5 here all glued together, I will not glue these 2 together, because if I do, it cannot be changed. So let's get this back into frame fully. Bring it up some. There we go. So these 2 smaller half triangles here. They're going to stay loose in case you need to change your light. Although that would be silly, wouldn't it? I just thought of that. Because if I glued all of it, the rest of it down, you still wouldn't be able to change your light. You would only be able to glue 3 pieces down, which would be okay as well. So glue 3 together and then 3 together, and then glue this side of 3 down, and then you could probably just lift it up and out like that to change it. Alright, so let's get rid of the light. Okay, now realize the first part of this video was very long, and I'm really sorry, and this one will probably run quite long as well. But I have this awesome little vise here, and get it loosened up here a little bit. And I am going to take one of these, open this up far enough to fit it in. These little pieces right here, they're made out of kind of a rubberish plastic. And it's meant to not damage everything. And since I've got only 2 hands, and of course my assistant doesn't like to show his hands, I will lock this down to it as tight as I can without damage. And then it's got a suction base here. Keep in frame here if I can. Has a suction base here. And as long as it's clean, can you please hand me the light? I can feel the dust on the bottom of it. Thank you. Now, I haven't proven this to myself yet. I really haven't. Every time I've tried to lock it down, I guess I had it on the wrong kind of surface. But it did not lock down like it should. So you make sure the bottom is completely and thoroughly clean. No debris whatsoever. And then you take this little piece and you push down. So I am going to hold it down, oops, slideys, and push. And I am locked down. Yay! Now this glue does take 24 hours to dry, so I will pause this video until I know that I can actually, and I'm going to use tape along the side here. So I have some Scotch tape here. And what I'm going to do, right off the bat, is take a long strip, as long as one of those, and a little over, and I'm going to attach it to this side here, half and half. And then I'm going to bring another piece over. Make sure I have the proper lineup. Does that look blue behind there? Yes, okay. We want to make sure it's properly lined up. And then go ahead and fold the tape over onto that. Make sure both ends are proper. Now that will swing open, and that's alright too, because this glue takes, as I said, forever to cure. And it has this little needle tip that fits. Let's see if I can get it to be seen here. it fits down inside the glue. And that's the glue tip. It's already got a little bit trying to come out. And the best part about this is you don't need a toothpick or anything else. You just take some of that glue onto that little needle there. You don't want to squeeze a lot out. And now that I have this up, you won't be able to see me do this probably, but you just put some on both sides. If you can find the both sides at the same time. And same for the bottom. Make sure you cap this immediately after doing one piece, because you're going to have to take time to tape the top over. There we go, got some more coming out. It's very sticky, stretchy glue. Alright, got enough on that now. And I have never been one to hit the pinpoint of anything all my life, even if it mattered. But once you get it to there, you go ahead and put that back in, set it aside, fold your sides over, nice and firm, and then tape it as well as you can. You want to make sure you also fold the bottom over. The bottom over. And I'm going to fold that to the vise so that it holds that nice and firm. Alright, so now that you see how I'm gluing this together, I will go ahead and pause it. And I know I'm part way out of frame here, so I'm going to just push it backwards. So that's how it's done. Now, as soon as I can, I'm going to tape these four in their proper position, and I will go ahead and glue them, and then I will use some tape to form them. And I'll be back as soon as I can. Alright, hit and pause, folks. If I hit the right remote. Alright, I'm bringing you back for a moment. If you don't have a vise, this is how you can do this. You take some Scotch tape, lay it out, or turn these over, make sure that they're going to meet up properly the way you want them to, color, differentials and all, and then put, if it's upside down, put your tape there. Make sure they're as squished together as you want them to be. They should meet up, but you know, it's resin, so sometimes they don't always meet completely up. Sometimes you get an off pour, like I got a little bit here. This is a full, and that's the one that had the blue sparkle in it. This one is sunk down a little, and yes, you can take the time to actually dome these, but of course I don't have the time for that with these videos. I will, however, make sure that I use a deburring tool to get rid of any sharp edges. And then all you got to do, once they are together like that, make sure they're flipped over. You get your glue out, try to squish a little bit down, And I know this is very difficult to see on camera, but you think it's difficult on camera, and yet you have my eyeballs. I'm going to try to put this back in for 2 seconds. I'm going to get something light colored under there so it's easier to see, both for you and myself. Still not as easy, but better. Now I can see where this dark little needle is going. Alright, get a little dabbies out here. And of course, paint it down in there. Oh, come on. I need a spritz of alcohol on a napkin here. I forgot to bring the spritzer in. Just use the push down one, please. And you want to try to squish it out a little bit over something that's not going to be affected by glue. I mean, whoa! Glue tip came out. Sorry, everybody. So, wool horses. Let's get that put back in. Shove it down in there where it's supposed to be. Now I'm worried about it going to pop out if I squish real hard. Okay, I got a little bit of air, but did that come out of the other area? I think it might have. Where's my little pokey? Let's get it back down in the hole there. If that's possible. There we go. Screw it down. Bring it back. Now that should have released some more glue, yes. But not much. Oh my goodness. The other alternative, of course, is if you are scared to do that, which I am, is you just get it down there. You're going to probably drag some glue with you. Then you squish that together. I have to do this very quickly. That glue is drying up fast. So what you want to do is you want some support to keep those two pieces together. It's stuck to me, Brian. Sorry, your fingers might have to be in the camera. Okay. And then keep it tight together and bring it over. You want it not at the end because the ends are going to be a little bit difficult at the time. Go ahead and fold your other end over, just like that, and the other one. That will help hold it together while it dries. Alright, I'm going to put you on pause and finish up here. Alright, I brought you back. It will work if you do 3 pieces together, glue it down, and for you to be able to pull that back out so you can change your lights. I just wanted to show you that. I had to make sure it would work, and it will, so just don't glue the other half down on this side. Alright, I'm going to put you pause again. Alright, so what I did was I put glue on every junction, and then I taped and made sure that it was all stabilized so it wouldn't move. Now the job is going to be removing the tape. I do a good job of taping things, and unfortunately that's going to take a little bit of time. So what I'm going to do is pause you one more time while I remove the tape. Back in a sec. Alright, I ran into a small problem. I am putting some UV resin on this right here because there's a spot up here that I don't know if it's the glue that seeped out or something, but it is quite sticky. And so I'm going to put the UV resin on it, get it spread out a little bit, and then we're going to hit the light on it. But I wanted to show you that this can be taken care of just by doing this. You spread it out as thin as you can, and of course you want to cover the entire top here. Edge to edge as far as you can go. Turn it just slightly, so see, I have to do that so I can see in the light. But this way it gives it an even surface. The more even you can make this, the better. I hope I'm still in frame. Let's try to do it from this angle as well. Go ahead and hit that switch, please. Because I'm going to have to cure this very quickly so it doesn't leave streaks as much as possible. Get it into the tip there. Okay, I'm going to turn it now. It's got a few streaks I'm not seeming to be able to get completely free of, but I'm going to make them as little as possible. And I don't know if that's possible, but I'm going to attempt it. And of course I dig into it. Ha ha. Okay, I think that's as good as it's going to get. I'm going to hit this light for 30 seconds. Might help if I wasn't sitting on the other. Get this tip wiped off. And the good thing is it's a transparent resin that I used. Translucent, not transparent. I will get that honest. Alright, that's 30 seconds. We're going to hit it one more time. I could have done it for 60, but we're just going to hit it for 10 because that's on the strongest lights. And we don't want to overcook that. Okay. Let me test real fast to see. Let's hope it's cured enough that I'm not going to leave a fingerprint. First I got to find it. Oh, there it is. Alright. Nope, not cured. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and 99-second it. I'm going to put you on pause until that part's cured. Alright, I'm having to restart this because my brain's shot tonight, and the thing is when you have a black surface like this, it's called dead lighting. You don't want a black surface. It's the same principle as to why you don't want an opaque black for your UV, because it deadlights it. It just kills the light bounce. And so I'm going to hit this, and I'll be right back. This is a shout out to Daniel Cooper for his wonderful technique of sticking uncured or slow to cure UV resin into a glass of water, and this is where we're going to hit it again, and we're going to allow it to do its countdown, and I'll be right back. And again, big shout out to Daniel Cooper. He has such an awesome repertoire of his crafting abilities with resin. He does a lot of experimentation, and if you've never heard of him or seen any of his videos, there will be a link to him in the description box. Alright, all I'm doing is drying this off now. I'm going to remove this glass measuring cup full of water. I will get us back into focus, but this time we are going to remove the black because it doesn't need to be there any longer. And this is where we make our choices as to when and where to place the stickers. At this time I had to reglue a couple of areas. So this is where the tape is, and right here. I've also noticed another area that's spacing pretty well, and that's this area and this area. So all I'm going to do later on is throw a line of glue on the inside. I'm just going to put a long bead down in here from end to end on each one of these. So the problem is the mold. If you do not fill everything to the exact same height, you will have some differences in connecting areas, and that's going to cause you a couple of issues. Alright, this guy here is not fully cured yet. Should have left it under a little bit longer. But right now, I guess I'm going to pause you and do that again. Octoberween, gotta love it. Okay, we are finally to the point. Yay! Clap. I want to show you one of my other babies. Muffin, come here, baby. Come here to Mama's. Come on. Here, let me move my legs over towards you. Ouch. That hurted. That hurts. You know, you gotta release your claws, baby. She has a tendency to grab, and she's had that tendency all her life. Ugh. And this is my Miss Muffin. No, in the camera, baby, in the camera. Look up. Say hi. So we've had her since she was probably around 7, 8 weeks old. And she was out with her mama one day in the alley. Somehow, I guess apparently, she'd got dropped off. And, well, of course, I was the caretaker for all dropped off animals for some reason. So we welcomed her into our home. And it began by she and her mother were in our alley. And as you can see, I'm going to put stickers on while I'm talking. And she was the cutest, absolute cutest little kitten on the planet. Her mother was beautiful too. She was a tuxedo, a black and white, gorgeous girl. And so this little kitten here, Muffin, she was so small she could actually crawl through the chain link fence. And then a couple weeks later, well, she found out she couldn't crawl through the chain link fence any longer. And so I walked over to a wooden fence post we had, and, well, things being as they are, she climbed up. She enjoyed her climb up. She came up to me and she clung. And from that day on, she and her mama were part of our household. And we've had them for probably, I don't know, a couple weeks after that, maybe 3. And one day we kept them in our camper while they got acclimated, and we went out there and spent some time with them, and lo and behold, we found out that Mama was pregnant still and had a litter, 3 kittens. So we not only adopted the Mama and Muffin, but we adopted the 3 as well. And we were sitting in the camper one day, and we went in there, and well, we didn't see the kittens in the box. Instead, we found one of them out on the floor. They were like maybe 2 weeks old at that time. And we were like, well, okay. Well, maybe the mama was trying to move all of them. And no, the mama wasn't moving them. One day, again, a few days later, we were sitting there, and lo and behold, Muffin jumps in the box, and she grabs one of her siblings out, and brings him out to the floor to play. So we were quite shocked, very surprised at what was going on, and we thought it was quite hilarious because we were really confused as to how those kittens were getting out. And when we found out, we just about fell apart on that one. And we did eventually find homes for 2 of the kittens. One was named Flame and the other Dragon. And Flame got her name because she had an orange flame straight up the front of her face. Absolutely beautiful kitten. And her brother, Dragon, was not, of course, a calico. Most calicos are female, although on a rare occasion you will find a male calico. And so he was a tiger stripe gray, very, very beautiful, wonderful markings, dark, distinct lines. Yes, as you can tell, I figured out how to position these stickers. But we did find homes for those 2. About 2 weeks after Flame was taken to her new home, I got a message on Facebook, and the woman that got her complained. She said, I thought they were litter box trained. Well, they were. The thing is apparently she didn't understand that new environments, you must basically retrain them in a way in order for them to know where their potty is in the new home. So I brought that to her attention, and I don't know what happened, but I think eventually she just gave her away, which if she did, I do hope that the people she gave her to took her in with welcoming arms, and that she thrived, and that she's still thriving, because she is slightly younger than Muffin, and Muffin's going strong, and Muffin is, well, that was back in, yeah, she's about 9 years old now. So most of our cats we've gotten because, as I said, people have dropped them off on us, because we take care of them, we give them love, they're fed, they're watered every day. There's never a problem with that. They all get vet care as needed, and to this day right now, Muffin had developed bad teeth. So about a year and a half ago, we took her in, had her teeth all removed. They were all rotten, and we do feed canned cat food to those that want it, and it's given out daily, morning and night, with dry food for those that want it. And so everybody gets fed. They're happy, they're healthy, and we would never do without them again. Now, until that glue in these seams here finishes curing, I can't really put many more stickers on, so I think we'll put a ghost on for right now, and we'll put it on this side of the tree. But yes, over the years, I've been here 26 years, and over the years we've had all total probably around 300 cats, and they've all been well, let's put it this way, some were given to us because people had gotten a new cat, or had an old cat, that's what it was, had an old cat, or an older cat, one they'd had for a couple of years, and oh, that one doesn't get along with this one and that one and such. Others were sick or pregnant, and rather than see the worst alternative for them, yes, we took them in. A lot had died, because they were sick, and we did our best for them. We kept them comfortable and allowed them to finish their lives. It was just what you do when you care about life. So that's what we did. We became the crazy cat people in this town, and I will take that moniker proudly any day. I've always been a caregiver, and, well, you know, you take care of everybody. Okay, I don't know, maybe you guys, because I'm thinking this should be part of the finishing videos. So I'm going to have everybody post in the comments if I should put this graveyard here and wrap it around, and then the spider web up above it. So this is going to be all for now because I need to let everything cure. Sorry it's been a split video, but you know, there's times when your brain doesn't want to work, and then somebody else's brain kicks in, and then you want to kick them in the rear because it took so long to kick it in. But What you'll see in the future video is this will be glued on, and this base will, or the walls will be, excuse me, I've got hiccups again, will be glued to this portion that goes over the wire. That way it'll be stable and be able to be lifted off there as needed to change the lights as needed. And of course we'll get all the stickers on and then we'll show you. So I appreciate all your viewerships. And as I said, we will do a finishing video and it will come together very nicely. You'll get to see me finishing up the pillow cover. You'll get to see me finishing up the gonk. By the way, what did I do with him? Oh, I know I put him in a thing somewhere. But he is finishing curing and drying and whatever you wanted to say with clay. Oh, there he is. But you will see where I fixed the crack. I haven't done it yet, but he's getting there. He's drying very well, other than those two cracks up there. And even this one almost sealed itself in, but this one really has to be addressed, and I'll get that. But he needs to be a lot more dry before I can do it. Okay, so that's a little catch up on the gonk. He's a great little guy, and when I get done he will be painted and varnished, and he might even become a template for a mold. So we'll see what happens in the future with him. Okay, anyway, yes, thank you for your viewership. Thank you to all you new subscribers. Oh my goodness, I am so taken aback by that because I've gotten many in just a few days. And gosh, I can't appreciate it any more than I do. Very shortly here I will be announcing the 250 giveaway, and it's not a secret giveaway. It's just a, what do you want to, I had the word earlier. It's, oh my goodness, never mind. We don't want to mess with my mind at this time of the morning, because it's after 10 after midnight on the 16th now. And so you'll be seeing the video pop up in about an hour for the first part, and you'll be seeing this one shortly after that happens. I'm just going to have it uploaded. So thumbs up if you like the video. For those of you that haven't subscribed, please consider doing so at this time, and then if you do, hit that notification bell. Comments are great, and like I said, I need to have your opinion. I value your opinions, and I would like to know if that graveyard should go down here and the spider web up here, and a few bats, of course. As you know, I've got the witch now on here, a few bats, and when this is all completed, I will top coat all of this with resin, clear resin, and that will even out any of these rocking things, because the undersides were, well, they just weren't even between the purple and the, well, yeah, the blue added sparkle, so I gotta get that done. Alright, share if you want. Love you all, and peace out, everybody.